if you have an authoritarian leader who refuses to listen to Congress, who refuses to listen even to the courts, then the people are the only way, the only line of defense.
For decades, taxpayers have been funding all these federal agencies that the government is gutting down, and all these what do you call it? The programs that support families and poor people and the middle class. However, the Trump administration is illegally cutting and gutting down all these services, basically rolling back all the progress that we have made decade after decade. And so my question is, can a class action lawsuit be filed against Trump and stop him from doing this? Because only Congress has the authority to actually fund or defund agencies or programs. And I take my answer off the air. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alfredo. You're absolutely right. Article 1, so the most important, the first article of the Constitution gives Congress the authority to authorize and appropriate funds and to establish agencies. That's how we established the Department of Education. And Trump is, through executive order, illegally, unconstitutionally eliminating the funding and the entire agency in some cases. Those are being challenged in court right now. In fact, we've won, I think it's 87 lawsuits that temporarily or permanently block Trump from doing these things. But the problem is it takes a while. And even when the court has ordered Trump to reinstate funding, like, for example, with USAID and the PEPFAR program, what we find is that it's not actually happening, or it's happening in drips and drabs. And also the other problem is once you fire everybody, it is very difficult to get people back. And, the morale at these agencies, I hear from the federal workers all the time, is just horrific. I mean, they just are under attack every single day. He just shut down a Social Security office, the regional Social Security office in my district, a couple hundred people who were literally given an hour to go in and clean out their desks and then had to go find somewhere else to work. He didn't theoretically fire them, but he shut down the office. So they're using all kinds of tactics to essentially destroy the institutions that are there and to fire anyone within the institution who actually tries to do their job if it's in contradiction to what he's doing. So lawsuits are a big way that we're trying to do this. But at the end of the day, if you have an authoritarian leader who refuses to listen to Congress, who refuses to listen even to the courts, then the people are the only way, the only line of defense. And that's why we're doing the resistance lab trainings. That's why we're trying to make sure people are engaged, because at the end of the day, it will come down to mass civil resistance from the citizenry to actually stop what's happening.